Welcome back to Focus Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. Saxony. We're still going for a custom achievement, the Saxon Federation. We have to have 75 princes in the Holy Roman Empire, whilst following a whole bunch of rules about expansion. And we're working on just that right now. We're fighting Mr. Ottoman, who has 80-ish thousand troops somewhere in Lithuania right now. And then obviously a bunch of troops somewhere in actual Ottoman land. At least I believe that's where they are. So far we've not had any real engagements. Mr. O has been avoiding us, and we've been sieging down all his forts. Now there's a bit of an issue. With the fact that I have no idea where the enemy is. Because, well... that makes it a lot harder to wage proper war, not that surprised. There's 50,000 people, some of which are Yemenis. Now Yemen is not ginormous. If we could piece out Yemen, it would help with the war score, but I'm going to assume that they are not willing to currently talk about peace. That's very much a no, and sending troops down there feels wrong. Now the question is, what do we even want from Mr. O? Maybe we can already get a peace with all that we desire. So we definitely wanted to go over here and grab Trebizond. Because there's still a Trebizondian core in there that we can release. It is still part of Europe, I believe. Yep. Which makes it possible to release a prince into the Holy Roman Empire there. And then there was a place down here that had a Q course that was still European. Aintab here does have an AQ. Oh, there's a Syrian core here as well. So that's still Europe. No. Wait. No. No, it's not. It's all Asia. But I believe there was... yeah, there's an AQ core in Divrigi, which is probably the closest one to where we currently are, that is still European. No Armenian state here or anything, so we can't do anything along those lines. Erzurum, do you have any nice cores? No, and this is already Asia. Yeah. So we want to take Divrigi. I guess that's what we're saying, right? And then is there anything else in the European part of Mr. O? That's an easier way to find that out. We go to release nations and we see there's AQ, there's Ardalan, which is too far away. Wait, there is Armenia, it's just not in Europe, is it? No, Asia. Shame. Release nation. Circassia is... who knows? Is Europe. Okay, up here. So there's probably Circassia and then there's Crimea too, I would assume. Theodoro is here and Crimea. And nicely enough, they don't have overlapping cores. So the Crim... this is Eastern Europe, yes. So the Crim, Theodoro, and then Duji for Circassia, also in Europe. Yeah, okay, okay. That's 3 more princes coming up. So we want you, you, and you. And I'm going to think about connections afterwards. For now, just look at... I mean, I did connections down here that I didn't need to make, I guess. Mostly I'm looking for ideas right now, and then we're gonna clean the whole thing up. Hissen Kaifa, I'm sure, is not gonna be in Europe. Nope. There's Iraq. Moldavia is, though. So Moldavia for sure. Mushasha, Syria. No. I assume, yeah. But Moldavia. Now we don't need to release all of Moldavia, we just need a Moldavian province, like Buzau. Which is probably the closest to there. Yeah. So we kind of also want to do this. Coalition-wise, we'll be probably fine. Yeah, it'll all be good. Overextension-wise, it should also be fine. Yeah. Now let's check culture and religion. Culture. This would be Bulgarian, which I don't think I have. None of these are my provinces, are they? No. Good. And then Buzau being something else, also none of which I have. Good. Romanian, and this is Orthodox, and these are Orthodox as well. That's something to keep in mind. I think we still have a Orthodox province. And then we would be going over here. Tatar culture we don't have, and Sunni we don't have. More Orthodox Gothic culture, also something we don't mind, and more Orthodox and Circassian culture. And then down here, more Orthodox Pontic and Turkish, which I'm still removing, I believe, and Shia. So Turkish and Orthodox are our problems, as far as I can see that right now. Let's double check. We still have a Orthodox province in Bashkirt, which we can only do in when again? I know I checked that last episode, I just forget. Can't convert you before 6 years from now? That's a long time. I could give it away instead. Ah, we can't. Can't do that at war. So I guess we're gonna have to stay in this war for a while. Which doesn't make me particularly happy. I should have probably dropped Bashkirt, or I should definitely have dropped Bashkirt before I declared the war. So I would have the option to just go away. We might also, as my voice says goodbye, we might also have to I don't remember what I was trying to say. Not a clue. Not a single clue. What might we have to have? We're gonna have to fight some Ottomans, that's for sure, but that's not what I... Certainly not what I meant to say. That's slightly annoying there. Don't have any armies anymore, do I? They're all busy somewhere in... down here. Oh yes, I might have to siege down the Crimea anyway, so Crimea, because, yeah, demanding Kieran without occupying any forts in the area. We would get this peace if we had control of Kieran, so I'm definitely going to take that. We should try, I guess, to stay below 70 war score. For reasons of call for peace. If we have to stay in this war for 6 more years, then that might be worth it. Are we not coring this? We should be coring that. Hello. Aren't you a lot of people? Now, fighting on the Crim is not the worst that could happen to us. These guys up there... Yeah, they're gonna start sieging stuff, which is, I guess, okay. We have 70, 80, 90,000 guys here. It should be fine. Well, I say that. That's a lot of autos. I guess we do need to send support north. Just follow and grab a general on the way. Maybe even like this, and we join these two up, and then we have the large stack coming from behind. Seems fine to me. They might not be fast enough. It's quite the walk. Oh, you're walking that way? Interesting. That's faster. I mean, I take it, I guess. Or is it the Crim blocking me? Maybe it's the Crim blocking me. I mean, the game knows. I'm trying to do, so I'm kind of gonna trust here. Not that trust is something I love, but... Friesland insulted me? How dare they? Now, do I risk a battle on the Krem? Just have everybody sitting on Kirim battling. I don't think that's what we want to do. I wouldn't mind a defensive bonus. It's gonna be tough to get. Sham is mine. Watch me go over the limit, or over the 70% war score, just because I'm greedy here. You're going north now. Just want to support all this. And I guess if that's what's happening, I kinda also wanna be... Ooh, where are you going? You're going to Mansour. 2 maneuver, I have 3 maneuver. I'm gonna wait for these guys to log in. Hope that they do. Ah, they just reset their stuff. They're now going to Azov. I want to fight that army if I can at all do it. Probably not, but maybe. Apparently I'm catching them here in the steppes of Thun. Alright. No, you can attach. Sorry. Didn't mean to send my guys home. And it's not like they're super relevant, but it might matter. And the rest of my reinforcements are pretty far away, and I'm not catching you anymore, which sucks. So let's do it in Mansour instead, where we should be able to catch you. Sibir wants to marry me. No. Tech wants to be Tech. We could take Tech. No, we're way ahead of time. We're also close to capping, aren't we? Very close. Let's spend a bit of mill on things. How about some development in a place that could use it? Wait, these numbers seem to have moved around. Thought we had better numbers on that enlightenment spread already when I checked last episode. I'm confused. I mean, Upper Gelders is kind of our best place, it seems. Really? What about Mitteljutland? No, Mitteljutland is pretty good. It's not the best place to spread it from, but we have university here. It's relatively cheap to develop. Let's do it. Let's keep institution spread on even. Let's put some clicks in there. It's gonna do multiple things for us. It helps spread the enlightenment, and it increases the speed of the spread of enlightenment, I think. No, it doesn't. It would if nearby friendly was a modifier here, or adjacent. But that's not the case, unfortunately. Oh well. Lose prestige or gain national unrest. I can gain the national unrest, I think. I have a national unrest advisor. And had no unrest issues before that, so... we could be losing Revel here, which might not have defensiveness on, and does not. I'm currently interested to see how this battle goes. It goes very well. We're ahead on morale by a ton. Yeah. That's very good. There goes Cairo. Yeah, the whole flying below the Call for Peace radar thing. I might be just screwing that up right now. Should probably stop taking forts for a moment. Oh, what are you? Valachian separatists. Wallachia is a thing that's alive, right? Yes. And is there a Wallachian core in Buzau? There is. Yeah, so this... I could let these run free and separate over to Wallachia, which is interesting. What that's gonna do is that we're gonna lose access to Buzau, and it's gonna kind of going to force us to go Silistra Ackerman and then grab Birlat or Bender instead of Bazau. But maybe that's fine. I don't mind letting those guys do their thing. I also wouldn't have minded to see the results of this, but I clicked through it, which sucks. Guess I'm just gonna march north now. France declared war on Key. Interesting. We lost the siege of Rebel. That was really quick, unfortunately. Let's take that state in turn. I can't yet. I mean, it was a crappy fort. I'm not surprised that we lost that siege. Just annoyed. Sweden insulted me. Come on, dogs. The dogs of Sweden. Where are you going? Mosaisk, which is my land. Get off my soil. I'm taking attrition here. I don't want that. Let's go to the sea. We're gonna go over the limit of for call for peace anyway. At some point. I just wanted to not be very quick. I also do not want to marry Astrakhan. I do want to catch some auto scum if I can. Where are you going? Toro Pets. Oh, I just reset that movement. Bad. Bad move. Bad boys. You're leaving on the 2nd of June. I'm not remotely catching anybody there. Now you're leaving on the 9th. If I were to force march, I would not catch you. Almost. But not. Now, do I siege back Rebel? I guess I do. Let's split in half for attrition's sake. And once our guys away, I'm gonna send the other guys to Narva to be next door. I want them ready to battle. Ottoman peasants. Those I do not love. And there's a lot of them. I mean, I guess they're fine-ish. Because if they take forts, they reduce my war score, which means I won't get call for peace as quickly, while still taking down the Ottoman with them, which is why I'm taking these forts. Hello. You're in my home country now, with 60,000 men. Okay. I don't like it. Just for the record, I do not love the Siege of Berlin thing. I could hire an army. How are we doing for? Oh, we have 35,000 guys here. I could just beef you up a bit. Should still have forced them. Yeah. Out of the bazoo. Let's go 40, 20. That's a big stack. Fat stack. And then they're gonna go and deal with those issues. Meanwhile, continue this fun thing. Occupy a van, apparently. Man, I remember playing this region as Hissenkaifer. What's the name of the achievement again? Forget. That was a tough start. Afterwards, it wasn't much different from other campaigns, because once you have your start settled, then everything is fine. But that start was not nothing. What is the name of the achievement, though? I should know, but I don't. Johann Sebastian Bach. Welcome. Admin, prestige, innovativeness. What's not to love? Ottomans in my country is what? But that should be fine once we have that army recruited. Everybody embracing enlightenment but me. Trier. We bought a Trier in Aachen. But Aachen already had the border anyway. Yeah, doesn't help. could ally one of those small people that already have it and buy knowledge sharing from them. But it's 10% of our income, right? I believe that's how knowledge sharing works. And yeah, I could afford it, but that doesn't feel right. Just doesn't feel right to me. That's just way too much to pay for what they're gonna do for us. Greek revolutionaries. Alright, as long as you don't leave the empire, get any stupid ideas there. I'm okay with some Greek revolutionaries. Look at all those Russians in my country. Yeah, you can have that access, whoever you are. Not giving many hoots. I have to wait until when? 13? Is that right? And then convert the land, and then we can do it. But the conversion should be relatively quick. Freaking Bashkirt. Yeah, May 13. 5 more years of war. Now, an issue with the Ottomans in this case is that they're running. That's not the issue. The issue is that Mr. O is not somebody you can just sit on, really. And what I would like to do... Ouch! Oh, hey! Hi there! And what I would like to do is lose 2,000 guys. I would not, but I did anyway. Let's move northwards. Kill those guys. So, if this was a smaller war, what I would do... Oi! Lüneburg. No. Bad Lüneburg. McFadden be alive again. Did that kill our... No. What was I trying to say? There was a thing. These guys I want to let live, right? We said that. These guys... Actually, these guys are a bit annoying. Really don't want to lose Sugla. Let's go south. Finish your thoughts at some point. Are we getting attacked? No, it must be somebody else fighting here. Ulm and Aachen. Whatever this war is. So I could normally just sit on my war, wait for the ability to peace out, and then do some other wars in between, right? You could just go deal with Hamburg or whatever I have you. But the Ottomans are the Ottomans still. And they have a lot of troops. Jeebus. I guess you're going south. So they're not going to stop throwing troops at us unless we fully occupy them. And if we were to fully occupy them, we'd have issues with the whole call for peace thing. So it's a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. It's really hard to sit on the Ottomans and just do other things in the meantime. It's not going to be that hard to catch. What's your name? Rudolf. I'm just going to grab Maximilian here. Once these guys lock in, I'm going to kill them. It's going to be really hard to go into another war while we're doing this one. But I don't love waiting another 4 years before we end this war. I mean, it's not the end of the world if we do. But it is annoying. What about those particular... I kind of don't want to lose Dijebakir here. So let's meet up and kill those particularists. Yeah, they're not my rebels, and I hate killing other people's rebels. But sometimes it's what you gotta do if you pick the wrong battles, or the wrong wars. Which we did. I mean, it's not the wrong war, we should have just prepared it better. I should have. Also, they're not gonna stop these kinds of incursions until they've killed their whole army. Which is... that's a lot to ask. Rebels gone. Rebel scum. Oh, where are you going? You didn't run far, did you? Just to Russia has ended. Hamburg declared war on Verden? Hamburg? I'm gonna come in and medic you. What's this? Another... oh. Nitra. Turn that to the Empire, please. Honestly, these people. Lose admin power or nothing? How about nothing? I take nothing. You're now going to where? To Tikrit. Let's kill them. And then return. What is our next war? And yes, we have some cleanup work to do. Or some protection of our gains to do. Before we can... Speaking of. Then again, this down here I'm fine with. They want to take some Mushashan land. It's not Europe anyway. I don't care. So, protection work needs doing. But we can at least consider another war in the meanwhile. Where do we get more stuff? I mean, we have to come back to Venice. Once we can deal with Sassari, which actually fell to the Ottomans. I must have landed some troops there at some point. Raided coast, raided seal until 18. That's gonna be a while still. Anybody else? I mean Hamburg, but Hamburg we still also have a truce until like 12 or something. Saxony 18 as well. So that's a problem. Could punch, like, Frisia out of here and release it. But this is already Friesland. No, that's kind of not okay. Are you the Pope? No, you're Provence. Did I make people release you? You're not Provence. Who are you? You are the Pope. So... could cut Provence out of the Pope. Is fighting Brittany, Ulm, Würzburg, Nassau, Aragon, and Castile, out of which Castile is the one I don't really want to fight. Maybe it is time to look at the French. Just allied to Saxony, which is me, and Naples. Maybe I should end that alliance. I feel like that's a thing, right? Don't need to cut anybody else out of Naples. Sicily would technically be an option, though. Who are your friends? No, I don't want to call in your friends. Because I need another war against Venice. Once I can actually take reformed land. Oh yeah, right. We need to wait for reformed land. And I remember the French also being reformed. So they have the same issue as Venice. We can't take any land there before we do deal with Sassari. Ugh. So can't take reformed land, can't take orthodox land, won't be able to take Sunni land. What can we take? Not many Catholics left, except for Würzburg. Are you free city, Würzburg? No. Be unified, please. So there's all this. Is there anybody I can punch out of Lithuania? Lithuania. Polotsk? Wait. Oh, Polotsk fell to the Russians. Or did I not release it yet? Oh, I didn't release it yet. Okay. So I can do Polotsk. I can already do Polotsk. I don't need to do any wars for that. And that's it. And And then I believe the Poles have Galicia, Volhynia somewhere. At least I remember releasing it and then it getting eaten again. It's all Nitra. Where's Galicia, Volhynia? Was it you? There you are. Which isn't trivial to get to. Have to go like Trenchin, which is reformed, so we can't. So we'd have to go Wilun, Krakow, Sandomierz, Tarnow, and then we have it. I mean, that's possible. And I don't believe I have Polish culture in my land. I do. In Kulm, which I have not converted because it's still a separatism. Okay, so there's Norway, right? At least there's Norway in the Swedish lands. Swedes are nice and Catholic. And then Norwegian cores. It's also Norway, right? I just saw, yeah. So we're not getting anything but Norway out of them, but at least we're getting Norway. They're allied to Silesia, which is okay. Okay, next target, Sweden. We just got caught in Sweden. I totally missed making claims, but that's not super relevant. Okay. So once we're happy that we've contained the Ottomans, we should start, or at least consider, oh hello, consider war against Mr. Swede here. And I think you guys are kinda ready for it. There's nowhere you can hang out. Just have half of you in Viborg and then half of you in Kexholm. Lose Diplo power, I do really not want to. Ugh. Don't like this. Guess I'm spending that dip. Speaking of spending that dip, I really want enlightenment. So we can spend our dip more cheaply, if that makes sense. Hello. Where are you going? Beckhead. Just grasslands, you're locked in. I have the numbers. Yeah, you're dead. So that's fine. You are just hanging out in the middle of nowhere and attritioning yourselves to death. That's not fine at all. There's no real place for you to hang out, is there? You are a pretty big army. Let's go halvesies. For now. Just have them hang out and wait for some auto to show up. And then medic them. Speaking of some auto, you got away. Huh. Don't like that. And I'm taking attrition. You got away and I'm taking attrition. I'm just gonna put some armies down to guard my frontiers. Oh, speaking of guarding. Let's take Dalmatia back, or defend it. First of all, Hamburg. Grr. Can't do anything there, and then Hessen did become something heretic. I saw you. Catholics. Don't be Catholic. And then Hamburg. At least we can punch two princes out of them in one go. But we still have that truce until 18. Now we could try to do some tricks, like, right, we could go and attack one of their friends, separate piece them out for a white piece, so we have a 5-year truce, override that, the current truce essentially. But that does not seem great. It's like a lot of work to do not a lot. Imperialism against Kutai, probably not gonna matter. They are not the kind of people that want to be in the Empire, I'm pretty sure. Buy some professionalism, sure. Do that. Eat a whole bunch of autos, excellent. And I guess I just want to go in here and make sure that these guys stop doing what they're doing. We've protected Sugla. Do I want to go anywhere else? Maybe one of these armies is going to go north to the Swedes. Maybe you guys throw the Ottomans out of here. And you guys go here. Let's get up there. Grab your 4 friends that you forgot about earlier. And ooh, almost capped on dip. Start one more conversion. How about Belarusian? Should have checked whether... Let's check that properly. Toro bets. Oh, it's the place we're gonna release Polotsk. So we do not need to convert that. Cool. Novgorodian though seems like something we could try to get rid of. At least reduce in size. Make you Saxon. And from down here, stuff is gonna get rough. We're gonna release Ryzen and the Horde here anyway, but these Muscovite things... Muscovite is an option for acceptance, I guess. Which is not great. So many places with weird cultures that... I mean, these are just cheap. Oof. I say that. Let's do it anyway. And I've discussed before that this is not technically necessary. Because I can just release things here afterwards. But I do want to stay as close to the spirit of the achievement as possible. So we do this. Not only the letter. That's what I mean, right? 37 minutes. I have no feeling for time today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, like button and subscribe button. They're the best of friends. And if you have anything to say, then there's always that comment section. I'm very interested in what I should be doing after this. There might be a bit of a break in EU4 until we get the 130 patch. Might be, unless I get a really good suggestion for what else to do. That doesn't mean that I will stop recording videos though. One option could be CK2 in preparation for CK3. One option could be Hearts of Iron 4, or it could be something completely different. If you have ideas, put them down there in that comment section. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next time.